right, here is Wednesday, October 11th. If you watched yesterday's video, you saw that we ran up and then shot back down. Anytime you have this big move and then a consolidation, I always assume that we're probably going to have some kind of double tops. This is what I end up doing, and you already see what's happening. But I always draw, remember, a line from the previous day. That was your resistance. And then remember what I told you about that measured move and that 400. 400 is going to be critical. And if you actually draw, so a lot of times with a move, let's see right there, on a 30-minute chart with NQ, you want to have a 20-point buffer to the upside, to the downside, because nothing's ever exact. There's usually a 20-point buffer. So if I actually take that, and then let's see, I'm just going to extend to the right, we will see. So now you can see that that's going to be resistance. And so if you notice, the 20 points from the 400 is 420 and 380. And sure enough, that's also yesterday's high. So, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and delete that so then you can see it easier that this is the main line that we want to be paying attention to, because the measured move on a bigger time frame. So what do we have? We have a yank, a hold, and then what ends up happening? You end up gapping up. So one of two things could end up happening. You can end up coming back down, filling the gap, and then reversing again, or it could have blown through, and then this would have been your resistance. You now want to look at this as support. It's already told you it's support. It consolidated right here. You see all of those wicks. So you can put another line right there. So here's your zone. So imagine when you're making a plan for the next day, these are your zones. You know that this is going to be a tough resistance, and this is going to be your support. If this breaks, then now it's resistance. And same thing, if this breaks, then this is now support. So until then, you need to respect those levels, and you want to get in at the extremes, because that's going to be your best risk reward. Like I always tell people, you don't want to play in the street. You rather play in the sidewalk. Don't get hurt in the middle. You can get hurt in the middle right here between two major lines or major support resistance. So here you go. The first 5 minutes, you can see that it actually came above. If you played this, you could have gone long, and your target would have been the previous day highs. What does it do? 5-minute wick. Within the first 15 minutes, you had a push up, then a push back down. Then you end up coming right back below here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so then you can see it a little bit easier. I'm really trying to show you the previous day session, because you see how you're using this as sort of a box. You're playing within this zone. So now what do? You get in right here. You go ahead and short. You short and anticipate it's going to come back down. What does it end up doing? Stopping you out, and then it ends up shooting back up. Now here's the question. You're like, okay, it's going to come back up, and if you end up going long right here, where's your target? Your target is back up here. I'm going to short this again until proven otherwise. I want to see this blow through and here to be confident that it's long. If not, I'm shorting. What ends up happening? It ends up yanking another 50 points right here. And then now it actually comes down to the previous day close. Remember what I said? This is support. You need to really recognize that. Here you go, right here. This is your 12 o'clock. So here's your morning session dropped, and this is all your morning sessions, but we still have not broken this previous day close and the support. So when 12 o'clock happens, what ends up happening? This is one of my favorite plays and one of the most volatile if you get into it at the right level. So you always have to be cautious on the back of your head, because right here you could be like, oh crap, we were breaking, so I'm going to short. What ends up happening is everybody else does the same thing, and that's how people get burned. So remember, look, you have the 5-minute closes. You close under. There's no wicks like this. So when you close and then come back above and close, you could have gotten right here, and this was at 12:55. Right here was 1 o'clock. Look, you did not make a new low. You did not break the previous day low at 12 or 12:30. So now this is considered a look below and fail. You go long and you hold for dear life. And what's your target? Your target is back up to here. So that right there would have been another 100 points. What does it end up doing? Exactly that. And not just that, it goes more. So look, it goes from here to here. It consolidates underneath the bull pivot. You could have just played from here to here, got out, and waited. Because look, you let it consolidate. When it breaks back above, it's a solid 5-minute candle. Retest. You go long right here. What's your target? Your target is high day, but in reality, your target is going to be that mid-range. Because here, this is just a pullback mid-range. But in reality, remember the zones. Because what ends up happening? Look, we ended up ending right here at the 400. Remember, the last two candles right here are 5-10 minutes after the market closes. You see down below, right down here, you'll see that it says 15:05 and 15:10. This is military time. That's 3 o'clock and 5 minutes and 3 o'clock and 10 minutes. So we closed exactly at the 15,400, and this wasn't some magical level. This was the measure move. It was the market already giving you data and you understanding how to use it. And so here's your gap down, or not your gap down, your breakdown reversal play, and that's how I was able to get the momentum to actually get up here. So great play. That was Wednesday. This is how you play, and you have to be nimble. You know, is it going to break out? If not, then you need to short. Is it gonna short? Nope, go long. If you're not making new highs, then you're consolidating. It is a rhythm. You know the timing of when it's that 10:30. Okay, do we break new lows from yesterday? Do we fill the gap? Is it 12:30? I mean, you're going to hear me in all these videos saying the same stuff over and over because it's that simple. If you figure it out, you literally have the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's factory. So we'll see you tomorrow.